Hawaiian Recipes Part 4. Let's make salmon shoyu poke. Poke means to cut or slice in Hawaiian. The dish has raw fish that is diced and marinated. Typically, ahi tuna is used, but I prefer to use salmon. Any kind of fish will taste yummy, but make sure to use sashimi grade. I don't like too strong with onion flavor, so I soak the onions in water beforehand. To make the shoyu sauce, add soy sauce, sugar, grated ginger, onion, green onion, and sesame oil. Mix well and cover and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes to an hour. Serve with warm rice, furikake, and squeeze some lemon if you like. Enjoy.
Eating the same thing every day and every week. Like, how do you do that? I would get bored. How could I ignore a world of food that is just a Google search away? Like this dango from Japan. It is such a delight, and the thing is, it's so easy to make. I'm just saying, it only takes a video and a trip to the grocery store to expand your horizons. You'd be surprised how similar and different we all are, but one thing will stay the same. That's our love for good food. And besides, how do you know if you've had the best if you haven't tried it all?
Let's make chicken teriyaki. Soy sauce, mirin, and sugar. Sake. Pat dry your chicken thighs. Season with salt and pepper. Add your chicken to a cold pan. Add back your chicken.
I never understand the obsession with wanting Indian food to be thick and creamy, but so many of you guys have asked for a shahi paneer or a butter paneer recipe, and I'm a reasonable woman, so as a compromise, I've taken my mom's butter paneer recipe, which is grainy and soupy, and adapted it to make it a bit thicker and smoother. Basically, you just blend your cooked aromatics and tomatoes with some soaked cashews or white poppy seeds, and then add some spices, peas, paneer, sprinkle of garam masala, and dried fenugreek leaves, and that's it. Both this recipe and my mom's original one are on my Instagram, so you can decide.
So one of the hacks my mom used to feed 3 hungry kids was buying those big, inexpensive sushi platters from Sushi Boy. Towards the end of the meal, the only thing that was left was California rolls, and so I grew up really hating them. Weirdly enough, in my adulthood, I've grown to really like California rolls, and now I think that imitation crab is one of the most underrated things out there. So I regularly make this California roll bowl to scratch that itch. The hardest part about this is just setting aside the 15 to 20 minutes to let the cucumbers marinate in some rice vinegar, sugar, water, and soy sauce, and the rest is just assembly. One tip is to use that cucumber marinade and sprinkle it over the entire bowl so that you get some of that tanginess throughout. Then I just top with some furikake, mayo, and I serve with some sheets of seaweed. You can definitely dress this up or down a little bit more depending on how you like it, but this is how I eat it most of the time. And the best part is you never actually have to use a stove.
Tonight I made aloo puri for dinner. I'm going to show you how to make the potato part of it. This is my mother-in-law's recipe. It's so good. Start by heating 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil, 2 teaspoons cumin seed, 1 teaspoon fennel seed, and some curry leaves. Then 2 teaspoons each of turmeric and then red Kashmiri chili powder. Mix well, and then I'm pouring in 4 pureed tomatoes. Mix, and we're going to cover and let this simmer for about 10 minutes or until it cooks down. Then we're going to season with a tablespoon each of cumin and coriander powder, a teaspoon garam masala, a teaspoon of dry mango powder, and 2 teaspoons of salt. Mix well, and while all this was going on, I was boiling 3 potatoes. I'm adding all but a half cup worth of potato, and I'll show you why in a minute. Mix that in, pour in 1.5 cup of water, and then that half cup of potatoes, I mashed it. This is going to help thicken our gravy. Now we're going to cover and let this simmer on a medium-low heat for about 5 minutes. And finally, I've got 2 tablespoons of kasuri methi and then some cilantro.
Like
Mix
Indian
well,
food, but then
and
going to
enjoy with
restaurants
hot
and saying you
pork.
want butter chicken and naan bread. First of all, it's naan, and second of all, butter chicken is so easy to make. Make it at home. It's so much better that way. Anyways, you'll see that it's filled with a lot of spices. All those spices can be found on Amazon. That's actually how I do it. And you'll see that I add the canned tomatoes and it's brown. Blend that shit, okay? Trust the process and make it orange. Yes, make it orange like the restaurants, and then add in your chicken, add in that cream, make it nice and thick. After it's nice and thick, go ahead and add some good, top it off on some rice.
I'm going to tell you how I made this delicious pepperoni pasta salad for my nephew's birthday party. A ver, abre la boca. I started off by cooking my pasta al dente. Make sure to salt your water. Once my pasta was nice and cooled down, ahora sí, now it's time to start adding in all of my ingredients. I added some cherry tomatoes, some cucumbers, my pepperonis, black olives, mozzarella, and cheddar cheese. Next, I'm adding 1 cup of Italian dressing. I like using the Olive Garden Italian dressing, but you could use whatever Italian dressing you'd like. Then I'm gonna give it a nice good mix. Once everything is nice and mixed in, ahora sí, ahí viene el grito.
If you wanna make some food tonight, I can tell you how to make it.
AKA stir-fry squid. Get all the vegetables ready first. Peep this carrot right here. Make sure you hold it tight when you cut it, cause squids are slippery. Yo, first cook the scallion in the oil so you could extract that grease. Trust, the flavor's gonna be next level. Add the squid. Make a little room and add the brown sugar. Let that brown sugar caramelize with the squid. Add a big scoop of minced garlic. Add a giant scoop of gochujang. Add 5 spoonfuls of soy sauce. Add a big spoonful of chili powder. Yo, I know that looks wild, salty, and spicy, but you gotta remember we're about to add the vegetables as well. Lower the heat to medium and add the veggies. Make some real estate. Add a pack of udon noodle. Yo, add a cup of water cause I put in 2 udon noodles.
Taste it for the culture. Needs more soy sauce.
Bong. Bless it with sesame oil, sesame seeds. Peep the details.
Dinner. First we're going to chop up some carrots, some mushrooms, some red onion, red pepper, some garlic and then the bacon. Whack the bacon in the pan, cook it till it's nice and crispy like this, then remove half the bacon fat, in with all of the veg, and then we're going to whack the pasta on to boil. We're going to season the veg with some salt, some black pepper, some oregano and some basil. Give that a good mix up, whack in some tin tomatoes, bash them up with your spoon, add some water and let that simmer for a few minutes. Blend it until it's a nice smooth sauce like this. Then we can add the pasta, give it a good mix up, get that into an oven-proof dish, and then we're going to top it off with the crispy bacon pieces. Finally, top it with some cheddar cheese, whack it in the oven for about 15 minutes, and it should come out looking something like this, and you're done. Lovely. First, whack your pasta on to boil, then chop up some red onion, some red pepper, and some tomatoes. Then whack your red onion and red pepper into a bowl, go in with your cooked pasta, add some tuna, then add some light mayo, season with salt, pepper, garlic powder and thyme, squeeze a lemon juice, mix it all up, then add your tomatoes and just fold these in gently. Now you can add your lettuce to your lunchbox, whack in your tuna pasta, add some sweet corn and a bit of grated cheese and you're done. Lovely.